For 50 years, the 3 Series earned its badge with a combustion engine. Every generation, no exceptions. This generation has no engine at all. 469 horsepower, 900 kilometers of range, and not a single cylinder. The question is whether a 3 Series can survive that. What I found is that the question itself might already be outdated. By the end of this walk-around, you will know if the first electric 3 Series earns the name or just borrows it. The i3 is a visual reset. BMW calls the silhouette a 2.5-box design, and standing next to it, that translates to a long wheelbase, short overhangs, and a roofline that slopes toward the rear without losing the sedan proportions the 3 Series has carried for decades. The front face merges the kidney grille and twin headlights into a single 4-element light signature, and the result is closer to the E46 generation's restraint than anything BMW has produced since. That comparison matters. The E46 is still the design benchmark for a lot of people watching this. At the rear, a full-width horizontal light bar ties the fenders together without a single unnecessary crease around it. Flared wheel arches keep the stance planted and athletic without the plastic cladding some EV crossovers rely on to simulate a wider body. This is the third Neue Klasse walkaround I've done in recent months, and this is the one where the design language feels fully resolved. The panoramic vision display inside the i3 is the specific detail that changes the interior argument entirely, and it is next. The cabin is where the Neue Klasse philosophy stops being a design exercise and becomes something you experience from the driver's seat. The platform is built entirely for electromobility, which means the transmission tunnel is gone, the floor is flat, and the sense of openness is something the outgoing 3 Series could never deliver. The materials feel considered rather than decorated, and the layout is driver-oriented in a way that earns the word sporty without announcing it. The steering wheel is a 2-spoke design, with controls that float on the spokes rather than sitting into them. Ahead of you, BMW's Panoramic Vision projects driving information directly into your natural line of sight, between the top of the dashboard and the base of the windscreen. That changes how you read the road, and I was not expecting the difference to feel as significant as it does. The 17.9-inch central touchscreen runs BMW's new Operating System X, backed by what BMW calls the Heart of Joy computing architecture, which they claim is 20 times more powerful than the system it replaces. Think about the first cold morning you get in this car and want heated seats. If that takes 2 taps and a swipe instead of a single button, you will notice every single morning the i3 has fewer physical controls than any 3 Series before it. Whether the software is fast enough to make that trait invisible is something I'm genuinely curious about and slightly cautious of. Only a proper drive will answer that. The flat floor changes the rear cabin completely. 3 adults sit with genuine knee room, rather than 1 passenger straddling a transmission tunnel. The long wheelbase delivers more space than you expect back here, and the headroom holds despite the sloping roofline. For a sedan at this level, the rear is generous in a way that the outgoing car simply was not. BMW has not released the boot capacity in liters yet. The dedicated electric platform gives it a flat floor and a load lip that sits lower than the outgoing combustion 3 Series. Both results of removing the fuel tank and exhaust routing underneath. A weekend bag, a pushchair, and the weekly shop should fit without folding seats. The confirmed number is one to watch when the full specification sheet lands. This powertrain answers immediately. 2 electric motors, 1 on each axle, 469 horsepower combined, and 645 Nm of torque, all available from 0 RPM. The car does not build to its power, it arrives complete, at every junction, before you have finished deciding to press harder. BMW quotes a range of 900 kilometers on the WLTP cycle, around 559 miles. The EPA estimate sits closer to 440 miles, around 708 kilometers. The more conservative figure and arguably the more realistic one for daily use. Either number retires range anxiety for this car entirely. The 800-volt architecture supports charging at up to 400 kilowatts. 10 minutes on a DC fast charger adds 400 kilometers, around 249 miles. That is not a charging stop. That is a coffee that happens to put half the battery back. Bidirectional charging comes standard. Vehicle to load, vehicle to home, vehicle to grid. This car can power your house or feed energy back to the grid. That is a sentence no combustion 3 Series could ever carry. Whether the first electric 3 Series earns its name stopped being a question somewhere between the powertrain and the interior. BMW has not confirmed pricing. That number will determine whether the i3 fights the Tesla Model 3 or the Mercedes equivalent at a very different price point. but it will not change whether the badge belongs on this car. Whether you accept that conclusion or not is your decision to make, not mine. After this walk-around, the Combustion 3 Series is the one that needs to justify its own existence. I did not expect to arrive at that this quickly. The full review arrives when the i3 hits the road. Subscribe and you will be here for it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one. And don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.